If you have been wanting rapid growth on Instagram and to completely explode your reach, well, right here in this video, I'm gonna show you how you can actually get 10,000 new followers on Instagram all through Instagram Reels. Hey there, my name is Caitlin Redding and I am the CEO and lead strategist for KR Video Marketing Agency. And right here on this channel, we upload new videos every week, every Sunday, teaching you marketing systems and strategies that you can implement if you are a coach, a consultant, or a solopreneur, so that you increase your credibility, your authority online, and ultimately increase your revenue and profits. Now, in this video, I'm going to particularly share with you my tips for creating viral Instagram Reels. Now, as a video strategist, I have to say, Reels gets me really excited. I also acknowledge that when you make any video content, it can also feel very overwhelming and like you're adding on another massive thing to your already busy plate. So I want to share with you the tips that you can do to make things easier for you, as well as how to create that viral content. Now, I want to know though, first off, how many of you kind of feel uneasy when it comes to creating video content. You want to do it, but again, it makes you kind of be like, I don't even know where to start. I'm not comfortable on camera. Because if that is you, I have actually created free video checklists. This is a free download for you guys where I break down everything that you need to do before you hit record, so you feel way more prepared and are able to deliver the right message to your audience. I also include some of my favorite equipment that I have or use, and even my favorite video editing apps that I also love and use. So just go again, download that free video checklist below this video. Now, if you want a full tutorial of how to actually even post to Reels, I've already created that video right over here for you. So just go to the link below this video and tap to watch that video for a full tutorial. Now, right here, I want to share with you again some things that I have seen that people are maybe not doing or doing incorrectly, but also the things that are making views completely explode on people's Instagram Reels. So you have to remember, Reels is a form of a short form video. So meaning short form videos are really just meant to attract your ideal client and audience right onto your brand. So again, more eyes get onto your brand, which is up to you to then nurture and build that relationship with people so that you can convert it over into a sale down the line. So when it comes to the type of content that you want to think about when it comes to, making and filming video content for the purpose of Reels or even TikTok, it's about fun, engaging, but most importantly, it's all about your evergreen content. You don't want to use it particularly as a lead generator. Maybe you have, say, a 5-day challenge coming up, or you're getting ready to launch a new program. Your focus is not so much on Reels at that point and creating Reels. When you're in a visibility season and really needing to get, again, more eyes on your brand, that's where you want to be hyper focused on Reels. Because here is the beautiful thing with Reels. It causes a complete ripple effect all over into the other vanity metrics like likes, comments, and overall engagement on your entire Instagram platform. So if you're really wanting to explode that reach, it really comes down to creating some viral worthy reel content. Did you get that pun there? So one tip for you into creating that viral content and really exploding your reach is to leverage TikTok. Now, I have done a few different ways of making content for either TikTok or Reels, and I've always found that actually starting on TikTok has always been the easiest way. Now, I have to give Instagram a little shout out here because they have been making updates to Reels in general, and it has beginning to get more user friendly. But TikTok, there are so many other features there. So when I am really thinking about the content that I want to make for a short form video, it really starts in the research process, and I'm going and watching other TikToks, other Reels, and finding audios, sounds, or any other content ideas that I really are liking. It is also important to follow some trends. So as you can tell, there are always going to be common trends that are happening on TikTok. Now, the best practice is actually to create original sounds for Instagram. That way, people will be attracted to the song or the sound that you're using and will therefore have to use that sound for their own videos and can make their own content. And what's happening there is now anytime that sound gets shared, people are seeing you as the original owner of that sound. And again, it's just getting more traffic over to your Instagram profile. And one of the simplest ways that you can do that is actually, again, starting on TikTok, finding some trending sounds or some cool sound effects that you really like to use over there, saving it to your phone, and then just uploading it over onto Reels. Because here's the thing, everything starts off on TikTok. Anything that's trending on TikTok will be moved and start trending to Reels. Now, Instagram is competing really hard right now to make sure that people stay on Instagram and don't go over to TikTok. But I'm just being completely honest with you guys in the fact that I always start all my Reels over on TikTok. Now, as you are finding those trending sounds or those trending videos, what you need to make sure that you're doing is actually staying within your niche and providing valuable content in your niche. So, for example, a reel that I could create as a niche of solopreneurs is something that will help them, like the first 4 emails to send in a nurture sequence. Like that is something that's very particular to my niche, and in fact my ideal audience, my target audience, would actually find very valuable. Now, it's also an evergreen content, meaning that same first 4 emails never changes. And if it was instead something about the 4 best songs to use on TikTok right now, do you see how that's not evergreen? That's actually very limited to the time frame or point in time that that video is actually created. Now, another tip that I'm seeing more people take advantage of this, and I'm absolutely loving, is creating cover images for your reels. And you can do this right inside of Canva, where they have so many amazing templates. And what a cover image is really doing is hooking your audience in and creating that visual component to give them something to want to click on. Now, it's no different than like on YouTube, where your thumbnails are very important to your overall aesthetic and your click-through rate, meaning the amount of people who are actually going to click and watch your video. Same thing on Instagram Reels, which is why adding a cover image is so important. Now, the other best tip that I can say, and something that I have to be honest, I see a lot of people making this mistake. However, I'm also seeing more people catching on to this, is making sure that if you're adding text, it stays within the 4x5 frame. Because there's 2 ways that we can watch a reel on Instagram, and one is through your main scroll, the main feed, which is in that 4x5, or in the 9x16, which is on the actual Reels platform itself, which is in that full vertical view. Now, most people find a reel through scrolling on the home page. So if you have text that does not fit the 4x5 frame, then that is already going to give them one more reason not to watch your reel. And I've already actually created a template for you, so don't worry, I got your back in there, and you can just go ahead and download that, and it gives you all the dimensions for all types of video content on Instagram and showing you exactly which video fits where on the grid, on IGTV, in Reels, all the things. So just go and download that template below this video. Now, the main tip that I have for you to really completely exploding your reach and creating that viral reel content is to making sure that you're hooking your audience in, and so that they watch the entire video. Because and I know you have done this many of times too, just scrolling through your own social media, is some reels just don't catch you right away. You have less than 1 second to actually hook somebody in to want them to stick around and watch your video. Now that you've hooked them in, give them a reason to continue watching. Provide that value, and even better is go guide them down to read your captions, because inside of the captions, you can build and deepen that relationship by providing even further value and even providing that call to action. Now, another tip that I have for you, and I do see this a lot more in more people who are either just beginning on Reels or, using Reels, but they're not seeing any of that momentum that you hear so many other social media gurus talk about, is the fact is that they've not set their station or their setup properly. properly, meaning that all it is zoomed in completely in the face. They are maybe perhaps even holding their phone in front of their face, so that you're getting some instability there, and there's not really good lighting. Video is both audio and visual components, meaning that people want to hear and have good sound quality, but even more so, it needs to look visually appealing. So if something looks off to the eye, for example, maybe you're off center, or maybe you're too zoomed in or too zoomed out, it doesn't have that what I call pleasability to it. People will not be attracted to that video regardless of what the content is that you're sharing. So set yourself up properly. Get a tripod, get a stand, hell, even just put your phone in somewhere, don't hold it. But I also want to see behind you. I want to see what is behind you. I want to see a little bit more of your body. I don't want to just see your face and your lips. Again, I want to have a good proportion to your video. Now, the most important factor here when it comes to making sure that creating Reels or TikToks is not going to be overwhelming for you is to batch your content. I literally mean this. Set aside a day if you need, or a few hours, where you can just batch your content. So again, I go and give you a full-on tutorial right over here. Go watch that video, and I talk a little bit more about how I batch up my content for an entire month. But really, it just comes down to making sure that when you're on your own social media, that you're actually there for a reason. You're finding and researching different content ideas, and you're not just numbing yourself and consuming social media. Now, I also understand that video, like I mentioned before, can be overwhelming to people, especially when you're new to video. So I have already created a full video checklist, and this is a checklist that you can follow, and it includes all my favorite equipment, my favorite editing apps, all the things, tips, tools that you can do before you hit record. So just go and download that free checklist. Again, I'll just leave the link to that download below this video. Now, with that said, guys, while you wait for next week's video, I want you to go ahead and like this video and watch some of my other favorite videos related to Instagram and Reels, and how you can, again, completely explode your reach on Instagram, which will ultimately explode your own profits. So with that said, guys, I will catch you next week.